Imagine, you log into My Times tomorrow morning. Your grades, your schedule, your entire academic life, locked behind a ransom demand. This isn't fiction. This happened to a real university. This is Lincoln College in the United States. It stood for 157 years, through wars, crises, everything. Then in 2022, hackers launched a ransomware attack. Computers locked, systems crashed, recovery was impossible. And in the end, the institution had only one option, to shut down, permanently. Now look at Taylor's University. Over 30,000 students, 1,000 staff members. Everything runs on computers. And here's the problem. Ransomware attacks happen every 11 seconds worldwide. By 2031, these attacks could cost $250 billion. And institutions like Taylor's, they're prime targets. So, could this happen to Taylor's? Let's take a closer look. But first, what exactly is ransomware? Well, imagine someone breaking into your house, locking everything you own inside a safe, and then demanding money for the key. But modern ransomware is even worse. It's called double extortion. First, they steal the data like student IDs, passports, grades, financial records, research. Then they lock everything. Finally, they threaten to publish it all online if you don't pay. And here's the legal problem. Malaysia has the Personal Data Protection Act, PDPA. If student data gets leaked, the university could face serious fines and legal consequences. The threat is real, and it's expensive. Okay, so we did a security checkup on Taylor's. We used two international frameworks, X800 and NIST, to see what's working and what's not. First, the X800 analysis. It looks at three things: confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. Confidentiality. Not everything is encrypted. Backups and endpoints are partially exposed. Integrity. Logs can be tampered with by attackers. No way to verify if records have been changed. Authentication. Taylor's has implemented multi-factor authentication, but it's not deployed everywhere. That's an open door for hackers. Now the NIST framework analysis, and here's what we found. First, we don't actually have a complete picture of everything in our system. Some older systems aren't even documented, which means there are risks we don't fully see. Second, our protections aren't as strong as they should be. Yes, we have backups, but they're not secure enough, and the network isn't segmented, so ransomware could spread very easily. Third, we can't really detect attacks early. There's no central monitoring, so threats might only be noticed when the damage is already done. Fourth, responding to an attack would be difficult. There are general procedures, but no clear ransomware playbook and no practice drills. Finally, recovery isn't guaranteed. Backups have never been tested, and we honestly don't know how long it would take to bounce back. So we tested Taylor's defenses the way a hacker would. Using Nmap, we scanned 4 public systems: the website, My Times, Campus Central, and the library. And here's what we found. Good news first. Only the usual web ports, HTTP and HTTPS, were open. That's completely normal, and they're protected. We also saw DNS and NTP, but those belong to the hosting provider, not Taylor systems, so they're not real attack surfaces. Now the really good news, all the dangerous ports are closed. SSH port 22, which attackers use for brute force access, closed. SMB port 445, often used to spread malware across networks, closed. RDP port 3389, a common entry point for remote takeovers, closed. This greatly lowers the chance of ransomware getting in from the outside. Taylor's perimeter defense is solid. But here's the important part. Through MITRE ATANK framework analysis, we found the real threats actually come from 2 other directions. First, T1190, exploit public-facing application. Although only ports 80 and 443 are open, vulnerabilities in the web applications themselves can still be exploited. Second, and most dangerous, T1566 phishing. Taylor's has over 30,000 users. If just one person clicks a malicious link, the entire network could be compromised. So here's the reality. Our network perimeter is strong, and the technical defenses are solid. But the human factor is still the weak spot. So how do we fix this? We developed an 8-step risk management model, adapted from proven research. It's systematic. Define scope, identify assets, find vulnerabilities, assess risks, and continuously monitor. The solutions follow 3 layers: people, process, technology. People, train everyone, run phishing tests, strong passwords and multi-factor authentication everywhere. Process, create incident response plans. Use the 3-2-1 backup rule: 3 copies, 2 media types, 1 offline. Test them monthly. Technology, deploy MFA on all systems, install endpoint detection, segment the network, keep backups offline, monitor 24/7. And this happens in phases. Year 1, fix critical problems now. Years 2 to 3, build advanced defenses. Years 4 to 5, continuous improvement. Together, they take us from gaps, to defense, to resilience. Let's bring back to our question. Could this happen to Taylor's? Here's what our study found. We analyzed security using X800 and NIST frameworks, identified key weaknesses: insufficient encryption, tampered logs, incomplete MFA. Port scanning showed strong network perimeter, but the main threat is user-driven attacks. We developed an 8-step risk management model, a PPT strategy covering all 3 layers, and a 5-year implementation roadmap. If ransomware succeeds, the consequences are severe. Operations disrupted, reputation damaged, PDPA violations and legal fines, millions of ringgit lost. But we have the plan, we have the roadmap, we have the solution. Train the people, strengthen the processes, upgrade the technology. 30,000 students counting on us, 1,000 staff members to protect. Right now, multiple gaps exist. We're vulnerable. But with this roadmap, we can build comprehensive defense and become a resilient institution. The roadmap is ready. The choice is ours.